Guys, oh my God. Oh my Lord, this is terrible. Oh my God. You thought the Steam Deck was bad, and even that's so more. Oh my Lord, Lord, Lord. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh man, and oh boy, these Steam fanboys are in for it right here. Valve reportedly sells 12,000 to 15,000 Steam machine units per week. Whoop, whoop. Oh my God. Dude, this ain't gonna even threaten Xbox at $800 right now. It's gonna sell more than this. What is this? This is garbage. This is a colossal failure. What did I tell you? You had Steam fanboys coming down my page too, talking about the Steam machine is going to be a threat to PlayStation. It's going to replace Xbox. I was like, okay, maybe Xbox, man, right? If the price is right, man. When I saw those prices, I said it dead on arrival. You had this one Steam fanboy that came on my page. Oh yeah, you're being a Sony lapdog, and Steam machine is going to be so great, and you're just afraid of Valve. You just launched your console and you're selling 12 to 15,000 consoles. Like, you know that when the new consoles launch, they sell like 1 million the first week or 1.5 million. I'm just saying the Series X on PlayStation was like 2 million after like week 2 or something. Like, and like their first year, they sold like what, 18 to 20 million or something. Switch 2 sold like 23 million or something. Even Xbox was like 12 million or something his first year or something. But it's like 12,000 to 15,000 Steam machine units per week. I tried to tell you guys, get ready when the Xbox Helix drops. It's going to flop massively as well. AGN is it, like, I don't know how many times I need to say it. Like, when I saw this, all these people had these fantasies about it, right? Like, it was going to come into the console industry. It was going to be a threat. There was a bunch of grifters, and all that hype resulted in only 12 to 15K people buying it. Not even Steam fanboys. Like, you had to be like a super fanboy to buy this. Even like some of the most smartest people in the PC world, I know they looked at it like, no, I'm not touching that. Why would I do that? You know, I'm really gonna get a laptop because I could still take the laptop with me, just like I could take the Steam machine. I could hook my laptop up to a monitor or anybody's TV anywhere, right? I'd rather get an Apple laptop, which I've actually been loving. They're amazing. You know, an Asus, you know, like where I had the 5070, 32 gigabytes of RAM. You can put up to 64 in there. 24 core processor or like 16 core processor, 5070 in it. DLSS 4.5 when it gets on sale for like $1,600 or whatever. I would rather pay that extra than get this weak thing with a 2 terabyte in there. Man, get out of here, bro. Even them trying to charge 1,100 for it without a controller. You know what I mean? It's like, if you start going that far, why not go to Best Buy and look for laptops on sale when they have those little red discounts and it's all for like $300, $400 to put on the monthly plan? Who's buying this? I tried to tell you guys, this is a abyssal failure. Now look, the Xbox Helix is going to fail too, but I don't think it'll sell 12 to 15K. But I think it'll probably do like 40K, 50K or something like that, you know, weekly or whatever. But I'm telling you guys right now, this is letting you know what happens when you put your products at this price. Is bad. Going down, let's take a look at some of these comments. Become a member, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe. This is hilarious. Montier says, this thing is such a failure. It's not even funny. That's what I'm saying. Look at it. It's supposed to come in a console-like space. Nobody wants this. It's dead. It died. This could have been a huge revolution for console gaming, but Valve didn't want to subsidize. They went down the wrong path. I said they should have delayed it, and the specs are outdated and old, and they failed everything about it. They don't even want it to succeed. Oh, they just want to make a profit off of everything. Trust me, if they could have sold more, who wouldn't want something to succeed? That doesn't make any sense. Purposely limiting the stock and extremely limiting the accessibility selling only on their website because they can't get any deals either. And I was trying to tell people that this is not something that Valve's going to make that's going to be available at GameStop to be available at Walmart, Target, you know, like all those outlets, Amazon. Like, it's not going to be like that. It just reminded me of the ROG Ally. Xbox Helix is in the same position. Xbox fanboys don't want to accept it, though. Like, I'm not saying this because that's what I want. I'm saying this because it's easy for me to actually see this. This thing is done. The only way it even sells more is if the market drops. You think that's happening this year or next year? Valve kind of already just told you, no, it's going to go up again. So what's going to end up happening here is that it's just going to just be sitting there. And they're not going to subsidize, so they have to wait all the way to 2028 to probably start dropping it. You would have been better off delaying it till next year, Valve. I'm just saying, like, what's the point if it's just going to fail like that? And this is the second time a Steam console has tried, and it failed again. Good Lord, man. So everything you said, everything, they failed everything in this category. They don't even want it to see purposely limiting stock and extremely limited accessibility selling only on their website because they don't have the stock and they don't want to pay anybody. Yep, Valve D writers will buy any slop they produce at almost any price. Worse than Apple fanboys at this point. Well, Apple's way more bigger though. Like, they're number one on the market now too. They overtook NVIDIA if you guys didn't know about that. But yeah, you got some of the Valve fanboys. There's fanboys in every world, right? And there's nothing wrong if you want to be a fanboy, but just don't be a toxic fanboy to people that didn't do anything to you. And that's where you have to have people come in and kind of check those type of people. But he's right about that because they were defending this and thinking that this was actually going to be a threat to PlayStation. And it was going to be a threat to Nintendo or Xbox and all that, call it the GameCube, and that it was going to revolutionize console gaming. And I'm just like, hold up a second. Yeah, let's leave that highlighted. We can just sit here. we can sit here and actually just laugh because, like I said, that's pretty bad. He says Switch 1 in Japan, one country, in its 9th year on the market sells more per week. Yeah, it's outselling the Xbox, and it has been worldwide, nonstop. So Steam Machine came on the market to be in 5th place. Remember when we thought Xbox was going to be 5th place? Well, at least it's 4th place still, right? Because you're not outselling the Switch 2. You're not outselling PlayStation 5. You're not outselling Switch 1. So Xbox is in 4th place and Steam Machine is in 5th place. If you wanted to talk about hardware, though it's not selling like a console on the market with all those outlets. But the thing was, we had an idea that maybe this thing, and you had some people thinking it probably would have opened at 500,000 to 1 million. Not even close, man. You get your most sales at the beginning, right? No, seriously, you get your most sales at the beginning of anything. That's where the biggest spike comes in and sells out. Then after that, things kind of drop down unless you have like games to come out for it. Not only did Valve launch the most overpriced piece of hardware in the gaming industry of all time, but they have no exclusives for it. And there is no roadmap for like games coming out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like this optional OEM product in a Steam sense. Not OEM like it's being made by somebody else. What I mean is like it's an optional extension of the Steam ecosystem outside of the Windows platform that you can buy and sync up with your Valve app, your Steam app. But most people are going to be like, I got my laptop for that. Why would I go do that? And it's way more powerful than that. And even more powerful than a PlayStation. Base PS5 that came out in 2020. So what's the point? I don't see the point of it. Like I said, for super hardcore enthusiasts, Steam fanboys. This is not entry level into PC gaming. You'd be way better off buying a PS5 Pro and a Switch 2. You know, PlayStation exclusives, all Xbox exclusives, PS5 Pro specs, and you have Nintendo Switch 2 and all their exclusives, and on-the-go handheld. Way more powerful than the Steam Deck. You got both right there. I personally, like, when I saw the Steam Machine, that I saw the price of it, I said, man, hell no. Like, I have zero interest. Definitely when I saw the specifications for 2026, I'm like, I don't get it. You're not even a hybrid either, like the Switch 2. So that doesn't surprise me, but I didn't think it was going to sell that low. Oh my Lord. But with those prices, yeah, maybe not. I'd much rather someone buy the Steam Machine over a PlayStation or Xbox. You're not getting the picture, buddy. And that's also discless. So you do, this guy does know that, let's say that you wanted to go for the 2 terabyte, which is like $1,300, $1,400. Dude, you could get an Xbox Series S, Game Pass, a PlayStation 5 digital, and a Switch 2. To me, if you didn't do that and you went and got that over that, something's wrong with your brain. You don't know what you're doing. Steam Machine for cold and cough, for face, gaming, for body, for that's kind of funny. There are so many Steam Machines available today. This could be the reason behind. Wow, at this rate, it will sell worse than the Deck did. I told you it will, because the Deck at least sold like what was it? Was it like 5 million now or something? It actually had good pricing. This doesn't. This is like literally insane pricing. So backing out here, another post, Pirate says right here too. According to the boiling Steam estimates, Valve's new Steam machine is selling around 12 to 15,000 units per week. The figures come from Steam's top seller rankings and revenue data, not from Valve. But the Steam machine has stayed near the top of the Steam's best-selling products since launch. If it keeps selling at this pace, it could reach hundreds of thousands of units sold in its first year. Dude, you act like that's impressive. That's terrible. Valve created an artificial sense of RAM and chip shortages to justify doubling the price from the initial leaks. This scarcity tactic drove people to join the wait list and snap up units immediately out of fear they'd miss out. I was one of them. I ended up with the most expensive 2 terabyte model. Whoa, wow, what a pleb. With controller. Even though I already owned a controller and wanted the base version, it feels deliberate. Manufacturer urgency to push sales at inflated prices. Some early buyers already listed them on eBay, but after the fees, they barely broke even. In my opinion, the market will soon be flooded with discounted units. Hope it sells better than GTA 6. Lol. If the Steam machine is selling so well, I think the gamers do not deserve anything good. It's just an overpriced PC, which is hardly upgradable except the stores. My point exactly. That's right there in front of your face. I'd pay $600. Not happening ever for me, LMAO. See, that's reasonable. Yeah, $600 is reasonable. You should have been around the price of the PlayStation 5. This thing would have sold hundreds of thousands of units already. And it would have sold over 1 million this year, easily. But that's not what they're going for. I'm trying to figure out how that's like that, but the PlayStation 5 is not that price. That's how you knew Valve was out of their damn minds. They don't know what they're doing here. So he says that's max. $60K a month. They would need over a year to even reach 1 million. They told me this is competition for the console market. Exactly. It's a joke. Got mine last week and love it. Oh boy. Oh, well, you know what? Enjoy it. It's your money, but oh man. So, I mean, guys, let me know what you think. I'm sorry, but this is embarrassing. This post is up to 1 million too. Remember, this just came out yesterday, so it's not that old. And AGN just had to say, I got to make this video and I got to laugh because all the hype, have you seen the YouTube videos on Steam Machine? Like some of them have all those views. It was crazy. Even I had decent views. I'm going to do nothing crazy. I'm going to get like, no. 40,000, 50,000. There was something like that. There was some even 100,000. Some of those big Steam pages, and they were gassing this thing up big time, like it was about to do something, and thinking that PC gaming and this and that, and that it can do all this. And that. Man, don't nobody care about that. A console wants to pick up the controller and have a good gaming experience, and want to be able to get in the entry level, and have some exclusives, and have some nice third-party games, and have other options on it. Don't nobody want to pay for this, and this right here just basically exposed everything. So let me know what you guys think. Become a member, leave a tip down below, like, comment, subscribe. I'm just going to say it. This is an absolute colossal failure. And I don't feel sorry for them because those prices are absolutely outrageous. And everybody and their mom, their pops, their cousins, their dogs, yeah, even dogs and cats know that Valve has lost a plot with this thing. It's right here in front of your face. Gamers did the right thing by not going and supporting this, whether you like them or not. Either you were going to support this or you were not. I was hoping that, you know, it wouldn't do crazy numbers because I'm like, okay, something is wrong with you people in the Steam world, right? But you didn't let me down this time. Keep on gaming no matter what platform you're on. And speaking of Valve or app and the Windows world, right? You know, because you have to say that because when you think about Valve and Steam, it's more in the app world, and that's really successful. I think they should stay out of the hardware business. That's just me, though. Later, y'all.